Hello Excel users. Today I'm going to show you how to create a dynamic list box on a user form using the power of Excel VBA. So here we have a dynamic list box which reflects the dataset, the current dataset that's currently being viewed, and is dynamic in terms of the column widths of the dataset. In the underlying dataset is reflected in the columns in the list box, and it's also dynamic in terms of it actually works out the number of rows in the dataset and the number of columns. Dynamic also in terms of that if you sort the data set, say for example by region, the data set within the list box is automatically updated. If I choose another column to sort the data, say country, again it's automatically reflected in the list box. And if I undo those sort criteria settings, it's automatically reflected again on this box. So you go back to your original view of your data set. If I choose a second data set, let's say data 2, and then refresh the form, again the list box reflects the data set, the underlying data set of the current sheet. So in this case, there's 7 columns and there's 32 rows. I choose another data set, sales data 3, refresh the form. This one has 5 columns and 22 rows. So it's totally dynamic in terms of it'll work out the last row and the last column of the dataset that's currently being viewed in the worksheet, and then works out the dimensions, and also takes into account the column widths of each of the columns and updates it in the list box. This dataset, sales 85, has got just 405 rows but 26 columns. As you can see, all 26 columns are being viewed, are being shown on the list box. And I programmed it so that the list box can handle up to 26 columns in terms of in terms of column headings letter, that's up to column Z, and it could handle a maximum of the maximum number of rows in an Excel worksheet, which is around 1 million. And in terms of the columns, 26 columns should be enough for most data sets. Okay, so this is a brief demo of the Excel VBA dynamic list box, and on the next video I'll show you how I did it in terms of how to set up the user form and the coding behind it. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.